Hi everyone, welcome to MASH Math. We are studying chapter 14 statistics, especially introduction for exercise 14.1. Introduction part 1, I explained to you about the grouped data. In that there are three methods I said: direct method, assumed mean method, step deviation method. So this video we are going to study about the direct method. So we'll take the same question that I have explained to you in the introduction part 1 about the when I taught you about the ungrouped data. So in that I said that there are 30 students who have written the maths test, and out of 100 marks they have written, and all the students marks are written here. So we have arranged this way when I taught you ungrouped data, that 10 marks how many student got, 20 marks how many student, 36 how many student. But now when we are going to study direct method, what we will do, we will just modify this marks what we got, we will arrange them in a specific manner, so that we call it as a class interval. We give some arrangement we will do. So here 10 marks is the lowest mark. Okay, so what we will do, either we write give the difference, common difference 10 10 10. So then we will write like this, class interval. Okay, class interval, then the number of students, then we have to find out class marks, that is average, and then we will multiply. Here what we did, here wrote the marks of the student, how many got that many marks, and then we multiplied, and then finally we did the totaling, and then we found out the average, right? But here what we will do in direct method, we will write the class interval. So instead of writing 10 how many, 20 how many, 36 how many, 40, instead of that we will make some specific manner of arranging that. So what we will do, this class interval is your choice. Okay, this is purely your choice. You can make your own class interval. So you can write between 10 to 20 marks. So what is the difference? 20 minus 10 is 10. So 10 difference you can give. Between 10 to 20 how many students got. Then between 20 to 30, between 30 to 40, between 40 to 50. So this way you can write, see, continuation is that 20, then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, 40 to 50. This way you can make your own class interval. Then you can write number of students. So between 10 to 20 how many got? Between 10 to 20, 1 and 2 students. Okay, now this is very very important, you have to remember. Now 21 student got. So now between 10 to 20, 1 plus 1, 2 students have got. Okay, so if we write 2 student here, again here also 20 is there. Between 20 to 30, are you going to calculate now? Between 20 to 30, now 1 student, again the same student you are going to write here, then it becomes wrong. So remember, always whenever you get like this 20, I mean to say which number you get here, same number is here also, then what you have to do, that you have to count here, not here. So you should not count here. Always where it begins, here 20 begins here, not here, here in. So here you have to count between 10 to 19 only, you have to count here. Then 20 you should count here, not here. So the student who got 20 marks will come in this column, not here. Okay, and the student who got 30 marks, you should count here, 30 is here, 30 begins here. So you have to count here, not ending. Okay, where it begins, there you have to count, not here. This is very very important that you have to remember, otherwise your question, your answer will come wrong. Okay, so now what will come between 10 to 20 means, between 10 to 20 means we have only 1 student, because 20 begins here, so we will not count here. So here we will count 10 to 20 means 10 to 19 only you have to think. So between 10 to 19 how many? Only 1. So 1 student. Then 20 to 30. So 20 to 30, 21 student. It will come 1 student. Then 30 to 40. So 30 to 40 means 3 students, because 30 to 40 means 30 to 39 only you have to count, not the 40, because 40 begins here. So you should not count here. So that means between 30 to 40 will be 3 students. So it will be 3 students. So that's how you have to do the arrangement. Okay, so this is purely yours. But I have taken it another way. I'll show you. But let me make you to understand. So this way you have to write down, and then you have to find out the class mark. Class mark, how do we find out? Xi class mark. I'll show you class mark. Class marks, that is Xi. So class mark, that is Xi, how do we find out? This we call it actually upper limit, and this we call it lower limit. Okay, so class mark we find out like this: upper limit plus lower limit. When you divide by 2, that you get Xi. Okay, so now here upper limit is what? 20 plus lower limit is 10. Divide by 2, that means how much you got? 20 plus 10, 30, divide by 2. Then when you divide this, you will get 1, 15 you will get. So 15 you will write down here. So Xi will become 15. Now Fi Xi. Now this is your Fi, this is your Xi. So this and this you will multiply and you will write down here. So same way you will do for this also, this also. Okay, but I have taken the class interval. This class interval you have taken 10, because 10 is the gap, you see. But then I have taken 15. So 15 means, I'll show you. See here, I have written down class interval. I have taken 15. So the lowest mark was 10, right? Lowest marks were 10. So with the 10 I added 15, then it becomes 25. So I have written 10 to 25. Then in 25 you add 15. 25 I have written down as it is, you write down 25. In that you add 15, it will become 40. Then write down 40, add 15, it becomes 55. So I have taken the class interval 15. So it becomes 10 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, 70 to 85, 85 to 100. Then number of students. So between 10 to 25, how many students have got? As I explained to you here, same way here class interval 10 I showed you. Here I have taken class interval 15. You can take anything class interval, you can take even 30 or 40, it is up to you. Okay, or you can take class interval 5 also, there is no problem. So 5 means 10 to 15, then 15 to 20, then 20 to 25, like that it will come. So then you have to write number of students accordingly. Only remember that 25 don't count here, 25 you count here. So here you have to count between 10 to 24 marks, how many students got. Then 25 to 39 marks, how many students got. So you don't count this here, where it begins, there you have to count. 40 begins here, so 40 you have to count here. Okay, that part you have to be very, very clear. So number of students I have written down, that becomes Fi. Class mark I explained to you how to do. Upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So here 10 plus 25. So 10 plus 25 divided by 2 gives me 35 upon 2. So when I divide, I get 17.5. So this average you have to find out. So same way here also, 25 plus 40 divided by 2, you will get 32.5. So this calculation you have to do it. So once you get the Xi, that is average, once you get it, then you multiply both Fi and Xi. 2 into 17.5 we have to multiply and write down. 3 into 32.5 we have to multiply and write down. So this is how we have to do, and then total it. So you get total 1860, and then number of students are 30, and then the formula is this: x bar equal to Fi Xi, that is, this is what the total of this, and divided by number of students, that is 30, then we get the average 62. Okay, now you will be wondering, in the first part ungrouped data, same question when we did, our answer was 59.3. Same thing we did it. Okay, the same question only we did it here. So 59.3. So why this difference comes? Because here accurately we have done exactly 10 mark 1 student got, 20 mark 1 student got. But here what happens? Here what we have done? here we have taken the average of this between 10 to 25. How many students got? Then we have taken the average here. 10 plus 25 divided by 2. Then we are getting this. So since we have taken the average, so it makes the difference. See, here you take. Here 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 when we divide by 2, we are getting 15. So average comes 15. But here 10 to 25, when you take the average, it becomes 17.5. So because of that, so since we are taking the average, that is why this difference comes. So you don't worry about this, because we are not doing the ungrouped data, we are doing grouped data. You have to follow this method only, since we are taking the average. That's why, because there accurately we are doing exactly, but here we are taking the average. So that is why the difference comes. So don't worry about it. So direct method is like this. Class interval you have to do by yourself. You have to make this arrangement. You can take the difference either 5 or a 10 or a 15 or a 20. It is up to you. Class interval is your choice. Then number of students accordingly will write down. Then this class mark xi you have to calculate. For all three method, xi has to be calculated. So xi you have to calculate, and I told you how to calculate. That is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. You will get the xi value, that is average. So once you get the average, then you multiply fi and xi. So you multiply and then total it, and once you get the total, put in the formula and then find the average. So this is your direct method. Now in next video, I'll explain to you assumed mean method, which will be better than this direct method. Better, because the best I would say step deviation method, but here direct method, because bigger number here comes from when we are calculating. As I'm explaining to you, you'll understand. So we will, next video we will see the assumed mean method. That's it. Thank you. God bless you.